got all of our mulch, as you saw, from the worm farm. There's a lot of things that we need to mulch. We need to mulch this blueberry bush. For the time being, I had just dropped some compost on top, but I really want to use that compost and not have it just get scorched by the sun. So that's why you can see some of this woody matter. It's part of the compost. But for this blueberry bush, I really want to protect it, keep it cool as possible. We're getting into like yesterday was 108 degrees. So I want to mulch that. I already kind of put some mulch and stuff with the strawberries. I probably add a little bit more since it's not like covering the whole thing. It's getting a little fried from the sun. If you saw my recent video, it was so pretty, and then these heat came. I'll probably mulch a little bit more around this mint. And then some really sad news. Because of the heat, I've tried some of the arugula and leafy greens that are here. Honestly, I was being an ignorant first-time gardener, and I just planted some stuff because I was bored. But I just hate that I wasted it because it's so spicy. It is so spicy. Oh my goodness. There's more big leaves over here. It is so spicy. I mean, if you just like pinch one of these, oh my goodness. My husband spit it out. He can't do spice, but it's just so spicy. And I really need to go ahead. As you can see, there's like some bare areas. This just really needs to be mulched, especially with the heat. So I am gonna go ahead and cut down all of these cool season crops. Just the leafy greens. Those radishes are probably just gonna be way too spicy. So I'm gonna cut them down. If they seem fine, I'm actually just gonna lay them on the soil and put the mulch right on top of them. If they seem a little diseased, because aphids are starting to kind of attack, I am gonna just, pull them and take them out. So not pull them, but cut them and then not put the leaves down, because I don't want them to affect the health of the soil with all those aphids, and they're laying eggs already and stuff like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get to work. It's still pretty hot out here. I think it's over 90 degrees right now. But the tomatoes are looking just beautiful. We have some Sweet 100 tomatoes here that are growing. So many blossoms, as you see. And then we have our pole tomatoes. I have no idea what these are gonna taste like. I was just at the nursery, again, beginner gardener, and grabbed them. I didn't really know at the time how to really read packaging and kind of know what is good, and I don't know. So I still don't know a lot, of course, but I'm learning a little bit more. So anyway, let's get to work. Let's clean this up. Like, look at that. This is just one little baby radish. Just one. Look at that. Oh my goodness. That's crazy. Okay, you see this? Look at all these aphid eggs. Oh my goodness. This is on so many of the leaves. I don't notice it on any of the like pepper plants or anything like that. So I'm glad that they're attacking these leafy greens, but I'm hoping that my cilantro will bolt soon. I planted it to bolt so that it'll attract ladybugs, It just hasn't yet, and this actually doesn't really get any shade from the cover. It gets a lot of full sun. I don't know what, it's a slow bolt variety and it's doing its job. So that's really cool, but I need it to bring in some ladybugs, but yeah. Since the aphids seem to be loving these radish plants, I'm actually going to leave a few so that way they'll attack the radish plants and not the plants that I actually want, like my peppers and my tomatoes. So I am gonna leave a few as bait plants, but I'm just trying to clear out the bed so that, because as you saw, there was just a lot over here, a lot of growth, and it just wasn't a lot of airflow and things like that. Okay, so this is all the matter that we have cut out of this first bed. I'm gonna go ahead and clean my shears because I want to prune the plants that I want to keep. Like I want to prune the tomato from touching the soil, and just different things. So I don't want to transfer disease. I accidentally mindlessly snapped off or cut off those lower branches of the tomatoes. Hopefully it'll be okay. But I did, the only plant that had, this plant had some aphids on it. It looks kind of jinky. It had some aphids on it, and I just went ahead and kind of brushed them away. It's interesting because all the plants that had the radishes around them don't have aphids on them. So I'm leaving radishes around just to attract those aphids to them and not to the plants that I actually want. So that is my plan, to try to mitigate this aphid problem until I'm able to attract some more beneficial insects. Okay, it's another day. Everything is looking good. I finished this one yesterday. My phone had died, and I had some interesting discoveries. We'll see once I really get deep into that bed. But this bed, as you saw, was really compact. Like, a lot of stuff was really close together. There wasn't a lot of breathing room between the things. And on this bed, I was just looking at it yesterday. I didn't have time to really get into trying to like treat it or take care of the matter. But there's not as many aphids in this bed, where things are a little bit less and not as compacted and close together. So I thought that was really interesting, and it is kind of going to be, you know, guiding the way that I design my beds moving forward. But yeah, it was just really interesting. So definitely don't want to do this like compacted. I know I've heard people talk about that, the fact that, you know, if there's no breathing room, it does lead for to more disease and things like that. But anywho, let's get going. Okay, so this is pretty much what we're looking at. I left the radish here to act as bait plants, so hopefully my plants that I actually want don't get eaten. Like I said, I just wouldn't do this again. I was just itching to do something, and it just wasn't smart. It was a huge waste. All the lettuces were like super spicy and bitter. It was just a huge waste, and I'm kind of disappointed in myself, but such is life, I guess. I'm gonna hurry up while it's still cool out, sit here to hurry up and mulch everything, and then I'll be done. Sorry I'm not very detailed, especially with this bed. It's morning time. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I really do need to go ahead and cook breakfast, so I have to hurry up and get her done. But I just, you know, this is pretty much what everything is looking like when it's all said and done. Again, even over here, I left just some bait plants so that, you know, those would be attacked over the peppers and the tomatoes and the plants that I actually want. All right, I'm really happy with the way everything is looking. It looks really good. As you can see, I cut back a lot of the green veggies. I kind of just left the radishes for bait so that animals will go to those, especially before I get beneficial insects. And then I also, when beneficial insects come, when the I'm stuttering this morning. When the cilantro finally bolts, I want to give them food so that they stay. So if I cut everything out, then they'll attack my plants that I want, and I'll have to get rid of the aphids. And with getting rid of them, when my beneficial insects like ladybugs come, they won't want to stay because there's no food source. So I just left some plants for them to eat on that I don't care about, and I will just be checking my plants that I do care about, like my tomatoes, my peppers, things like that, to make sure that they're not on there. So hopefully this is a good plan, like I said, until my beneficials come.